Good morning, everybody. It is 8:39 right now, and time for the bottom line, Michelle.
That's right. Michael Jankins is here with Jankins Law Firm. Thank you for joining us here this morning. Always good information for everybody. And this time of year, we're talking about if you're filing bankruptcy this time of year and how that affects a possible tax refund. Correct?
That's right. It's kind of the tax refund season. The majority of the year, we don't have to worry about whether someone's getting a tax refund or not. But now, as we're almost done with the year, the government might owe you money. So if somebody owes you money when you file bankruptcy, that's an asset.
Right.
And so just like your other financial assets, they sort of come into play. So there are limits on how much money a person can keep that files bankruptcy when it comes to getting a tax refund. And so you have to kind of be mindful of that at this time of the year when you're either going to file your bankruptcy now for the next several weeks or the next month and a half. Most people are starting to file their tax returns probably in the month of February, because you can't usually do it till your employers get their W-2 sent out.
And get those out so you have the final numbers.
That's right.
So you can plug those all in. Now, is it beneficial to beat that, or is it better to wait until after you get your W-2s?
Well, I mean, I think normal protocol is you kind of have to have your W-2s to file, although I've heard people sometimes file off their last paycheck stub.
Right.
But I'm not a tax professional, so I wouldn't begin to advise of whether that's a good idea or not.
Okay. So let's go with some of the things that we want to talk about here. It's just some of the rules or something that people that are going to be getting some money back. Because you have an idea if you're going to get money back, Michelle.
Yeah. So how does that come into?
Yeah. There's a predictability to it based on, let's just say, last year. So last year was the very first year that we operated when we were doing our taxes and getting refunds. We were operating under the new tax laws that went into effect the year before.
Right.
So the deductions many of those were taken away, and the standard deduction was like doubled. So we had no idea how that was going to play out in comparison to the previous year. But now we've got a tax return under the belt. We can kind of look at 2018 and see, well, how did that come out? Well, if the people are at the same jobs as last year, then they're there this year, and nothing else much changed. There's the same kids in the household. None of them reached the age of 17 where you don't get the one-child tax credit anymore. You can kind of figure it's going to be about the same amount of refund. So if there was $4,000 or $5,000 last year, we look at the tax return in preparation of the case.
Okay, so you can pretty much you can bank on that a little bit.
We can kind of pretty much count on that and figure out, well, why was it so big? And so sometimes at this time of year, we have to be careful because, number one, each person is able to protect that files $1,000 of expected tax refund when we file in February or March.
Okay.
So if you file today, if you got a big tax refund last year, the court trustee is going to want to see your return when you file it in a couple months to see if it was large. Now, if you had a modest refund last year or very small or none at all, they don't ask to see the tax returns because, again, they're going on predictability as well.
Is there a threshold for that? Is it $2,500 or $4,000?
Yeah, there is. If you have a couple working people and their refund, let's say it was $3,000 or under, they probably won't ask to see the return.
Okay.
But it was $4,000 or $5,000, you can be rest assured they will want to see the return.
All right.
And then
something to keep in mind, yeah.
The directive is do not spend any of the money when you get it in February or March, and you must give us a copy of the return to evaluate, and some people may have to forfeit a part of the money if it exceeds the amount they can protect.
Okay.
So when we say each person that files can protect $1,000, there's a caveat to that. So you have to have contributed tax money into the government to get tax money back. So often we'll have a married couple and there was a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
She didn't pay anything in because she wasn't working and there weren't taxes coming out. So if they get a $4,000 tax refund, which isn't uncommon, I mean, the husband might make $60,000 a year, so he could easily have $4,000, well more than that, taken out, and they could have some kids. So in that instance, he gets to protect his $1,000, but she doesn't get to get $1,000. Even though they're married.
Because she didn't pay into it.
Because she didn't have any taxes that went in.
Oh, okay.
And so the same is true if we have people that are self-employed. So ideally, a person that's self-employed and has done that for quite some time is supposed to, at least is expected to by the IRS, to pay in taxes during the year 4 times quarterly.
Right.
And I would say that there's probably a substantial part of the population of self-employed people that don't.
They wait till the end of the year.
They wait till the end of the year. They just don't have it, and they need the money, and so they don't. So even though they may have worked a lot and been self-employed, they don't get any of that tax refund money. And the crazy thing is, a lot of businesses, after you subtract all the expenses, in effect cause a tax loss. So you may have had a spouse that was working and had a lot of taxes taken out, and you may have had another person that was kind of spinning their wheels, bringing in quite a bit of money, but had a lot of expenses, and after all the deductions, in fact, lost $10,000 at least on taxes, and it would show a $10,000 business loss. Well, that writes down the income of the person that was working as a wage earner, and it creates a big tax refund because of that. But even though that person's business caused the large refund, he or she doesn't get to share in any of that refund money.
Really?
It's kind of crazy because they didn't contribute.
I had never heard of that.
Although their situation contributed to the big refund.
Right.
So yeah, it's a good idea if they pay in some taxes, they could get it back.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Especially if you're not faring great in business, most people don't. And actually, if you don't end up owing at the end of the year, you don't really need to. If you don't end up owing.
Right. So, but again, the discipline throughout the year is really key, isn't it?
That's a big deal. And so, that can cause a situation that you don't get to keep a lot of that tax refund money. So it's good to know how that's going to come out. Now, besides the straight across tax refund protection you get, there's another a bit of money that you can protect out of your tax refund this time of the year, because we've spoken at different times about this wild card exemption people get in bankruptcy, where they can protect $1,000 of value on anything that wasn't already being utilized. So you can bolster the value of your car exemption from $7,000 to $8,000, or you can exempt something that's not exempted at all, a little boat. $1,000 that usually doesn't have a protection. So now you can use that extra $1,000 on tax refunds. So instead of getting 1, you can get 2. But again, if you weren't entitled to any, you don't get to get that wild card and build it up. So there's kind of a lot of twists and turns on protecting this refund. So then there's other components of tax refund money that are quite a big deal, and that leads to these refunds that people have sometimes that are $9,000 and $10,000. It's not because they paid in so much taxes, it's because the family's relatively a modest earning family income-wise, and they may have a few kids in the household. And so they qualify for what are effectively government entitlements called earned income credit and additional child tax credit. On the new tax forms since last year, those usually show up on the first page under a line called refundable credits. So those sums, or the amounts that are attributable to those big amounts, are all protected.
Oh, they are?
They're all protected.
Oh, okay.
So if you've got taxpayers that have only paid in a couple $1,000s in taxes out of their paychecks to working people, and sometimes people kind of understand they're going to get a big refund, so they limit how much taxes come out. And that's a wise thing to do, since you're getting this back anyway. And so they get that $2,000 back, but then they're going to get this additional $5,000, $6,000 of tax credits that have been set up for families that aren't
and you said
making
that
lots of
money is protected.
And that money's all protected.
Wow.
So, we don't have to do a lot of planning when we see those, because the court trustees, when they see the line that says refundable credits and there's $6,000 or $7,000 in there, they pretty much know, yeah, we don't need to see those tax returns, because we're not going to be able to get any of that money.
It's even though it was an automatic deal then.
It's pretty much an automatic deal. So for those folks, yeah, they don't have to worry too much about losing very much money. But again, it should still be reviewed, because sometimes there can be some nuances to it. So now, this is all when you haven't gotten your tax refund yet. So when people are filing for the next month, well, nobody would have gotten their refunds yet. So that's owed. So if you think you might be getting a large tax refund, or it's likely, you need to discuss with your attorney, hey, am I going to lose any of my tax refund? It was pretty big last year. And the attorney needs to look at the return, because if you are, sometimes you just should wait.
Yeah.
If you wait a month or two until you've gotten your refund, well, then you aren't going to have to worry about losing any of
It'd
it.
be beneficial. So I think it'd be beneficial just to give you a call
Yeah,
if you
this
think you're
little
doing
more
this
complex
by
with,
the end of the
you
month,
said,
Michelle.
the twists and turns with the tax
So if
refunds.
people have questions about this, they're in this boat, and they say, okay, we have to make a decision here. Can they still get a hold of you?
Oh, sure.
Okay, before the end of the year.
Yeah, just give us
Okay.
a call, 255-1855. You can find us on the internet at www.iowa-bankruptcylaw.com, or you could follow us on Facebook.
Wonderful. Okay, we learned some things here that I had no idea existed, but that's the reason you're here, Michael, is to give people the information and the knowledge to make sure that bankruptcy is, the best thing. If it's for them, that you can take them through. So thank you so much.
And we don't like people losing any of the money. That
No,
could be
especially
coming.
if it's your money. Make sure you
Information.
hang on to it. Michael, happy holidays to you,
You
buddy.
too. Yes,
Thank you so much, pal. It is 9 minutes before 9 o'clock right now.